Hey guys, want to take a look at a draft board of a slow that's currently going on Underdog. This is a puppy. So what I'm kind of finding out this year is I enjoy drafting from the ends of the draft a little bit more. You're not subject to some of these runs that happen in the middle of drafts. I think the quarterback runs are pretty well known. You can kind of see them here, once again, here in the middle of these drafts. We're seeing another little run here in the fifth or sixth round sometimes with a lot of these running backs just flying off the board, names that, various providers like Scattigbo, Tootin, Swift, Demont, Judkins now with his injury news. That's a great price on Judkins in a slow. But really, what the ends allow you to do is really control your stacks a bit more. So here you see my leg is shaking, was able to grab Justin Herbert on this side, Tucker Kraft on this side, come back with Jordan Love on this side to stack up Lab McConkey, Christian Watson, and Tucker Kraft pretty nicely. Similarly, you have a Shuck Olave stack, and I have to imagine if Baker comes back to him, he's going to scoop up Baker here. But really looking at my lineup here, I'm playing a Devontae Adams is dust narrative. So Puka and Kyron Williams benefit from that. So really, when it came to later in the draft, I grabbed Waddle. I'm a Broncos fan. Got DeAndre Swift, Chuba Hubbard to kind of solidify that running back core. And then I decided here at this point that I wanted to add to my wide receivers, but I wanted to look at what quarterbacks were down the line. I did not think Trevor Lawrence would make it back to me because there was a Brian Thomas Jr. sitting over here. Jacoby Myers, I think, was still floating out there. And then Parker Washington, I think, was a little bit of a value at this point. But there's just so many people fighting for Trevor Lawrence. I mean, even the Bayshell Tootin owner could have technically stacked him. So that's why I really like Bo Nix, especially when you have Jalen Waddle. You can grab Cortland Sutton. You get the upside of Waddle. You get the touchdown upside and half PPR of Cortland Sutton. And then you get Bo Nix at either 94 or 99. Why did I pass on Bo Nix at 94? Well, Devontae Adams is sitting right here. The one hole could easily grab Stafford to stack with Devontae Adams here. So I said, no, I'm going to grab Stafford first. You guys don't have any of Bo Nix's stacking partners. You really shouldn't grab Bo Nix in a weekly format here. And so you're going to pass on Bo Nix, which is exactly what they did. And Bo Nix came back to me. Now, you might ask, why didn't I stack him, or why didn't I stack Rashee Rice with Patrick Mahomes? Outside of the fact that I'm a Broncos fan, what did the Chiefs do with their first round draft picks? They drafted a cornerback and they drafted a defensive tackle. Patrick Mahomes is coming off a significant knee injury, and the Chiefs signed Kenneth Walker in free agency. They want to run the ball and play defense. What did the Broncos do with their first round pick? They traded for Jalen Waddle. Which team do you think is going to have the more offensive philosophy? Sean Payton, higher pass rate over expectation. I know we love Andy Reid, but that team over the last couple of years has shown us that they want to run the ball, play defense, control the clock, control the game, play to their defense, and now their quarterback is coming off an injury. So, to me, I think the Bo Nix ankle thing is a very small injury. I mean, technically, he could have played in the Super Bowl. He would have hurt his ankle a lot more. But I like Bo Nix over Patrick Mahomes in a vacuum, and especially the way his stack partners line up. I think it's really easy to stack Bo Nix. And because there's some fun about him right now, there's not a whole lot of demand for Bo Nix. I mean, nobody's stacking him with RJ Harvey. We don't even know if RJ Harvey is going to maintain his role. So it's nice to kind of look at these slow draft boards and then say, hey, I kind of like this iteration, this sequencing of players that I had here. Maybe I don't take Bo Nix. Maybe I do a sequencing one time where I go with Mahomes and I go with maybe Mahomes is back to normal. Their defense falls apart, but being on the turn gives you a lot of control. And I think this year I'm going to like the spots 1 through 3 and then 10 through 12 more than I would like the middle spots. And that's not just solely based on the talent that you can get in the first round, but the dynamics that you can play with the board throughout the entirety of the draft.